Unless otherwise indicated, all the following scripture quotations are taken from the Holy Bible, New Living Translation, with copyright by Tyndale House Foundation, used by permission of Tyndale House Publishers, all rights reserved.
Will Smith slapped the Jesus into Chris Rock. And now everyone is wondering whether he's still legend or whether he's history. Yes, I know I'm gonna go to hell for that joke. Welcome to my channel. I am Peachy Pie, and I think it was the Oscars or the Academy Awards has been like all over the news. I said the Oscars or Academy Awards because I don't really care, and I pretty much think nobody else cares about it. But we only care about it because there's been some drama, and I'm gonna tell you something. The best thing that came out of this whole dang thing of Will Smith slapping Chris Rock is the comments on the YouTube clips of the incidents. So we're gonna take a look at those today, okay? So let's get right into it, and at the end of the video I'll pop some commentary. And if you're new here, please don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the whole thing, and I will tell you what I think at the end of the video. Okay, since I'm sure everyone has seen the video by now, we're going to head straight into the comments, and this time we're going to take a look at Guardian News's version of the clip, which is number 1 on trending. Not a surprise there. Let's see what the comments have to say. So, Jonah H says, when Chris Rock laughs and says, "I could," he stops himself. He must have had so much anger flowing through him. To remain calm in that situation is impressive, right? Blue Fox DA, the commenter, says, Chris Rock should get an Oscar for acting with that level of composure. Right? Then Heritier ML whatever, says Chris Rock falling with "that was the greatest night of television, took my respect to another level," right? So there's a whole bunch of comments saying that they had some respect for Chris Rock, and then this kid says, "I don't think Chris seen that coming from Will in a million years," right? And then Squishy McSquisherton says, "I just love that actress' face sitting behind Will. Her face literally emotes what everybody was thinking at the moment." And Appreciate Nate says, "Literally, hey man, that's enough, would be 100 times better than Mania." And then I cannot read that name because it's in Russian. It says, "Chris is the embodiment of the show must go on, class act and handle that well," right? Then Metalhead says, "The fact that Chris says, 'oh, I could,' okay, just proves that his professionalism overpowers his urge to keep going and make the real issue an all-out brawl," okay? So Space Age Shakespeare says, "Will laughing, Jada, that's not funny." Will, yes ma'am. I've seen a couple comments like these ones. Rick Roll says, "This Oscars feels like that one day you missed at school and everyone talked about it after." Neil Davies says, "Just shows how far we've come when it comes to taking a joke. The Smiths are going backwards." And then MJ says, "You can literally see him laughing, but when he sees that Jada isn't happy, he flips." Kaif Batkar, that's how you say it, says, "I can only imagine the amount of troll Will's gonna get in the stand-up community for the coming years," right? Cody LeBaron says, "Will, keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth. Chris, maybe she should have kept Tupac out of hers." Oh, slam dunk right there. Oh my gosh. I absolutely just love the comments, right? Kay Freeman says, "Whoever slapped you on the right cheek, turn him the other two. It takes a strong man not to retaliate." Fair enough. Jonah H is commenting again. Fair enough. And then there's a bot over there, Julia Reid. Cumbender says, "His wife not being able to take a joke just shows how soft humanity can get." Laura G says, "Not sure why Will feels he has to protect his wife. If their marriage was strong enough, he wouldn't feel like he has to protect anything." What is this got to do with their marriage? I mean, I don't get it. Anyway. Oh my word, another bot. Jesus. Anyway, Gus Johnson says, "I love how everyone's gonna remember this Oscars." No, they will not. No one's gonna remember this. In a couple weeks, it's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock," and no one's gonna care. Yeah, and then Albert TV says the professionalism of Chris after that moment is enviable. Tittle Kumar says, I love how he confidently said, Will Smith smacked the F out of me. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of philosophers in the comments of this one here. Yeah. Oh my gosh, just shit the bed. Oh my gosh, that name. Says, well, that was quite the entanglement. I'll be feeling that one until August, Chris Rock. He never said that, but a lot of people were saying, holy heck, if he had said something like that. And that was freaking hilarious. So, Master Diddy San Clash Royale, that's a mouthful of a name, says, I don't watch TV, but hey, this was entertaining. Okay, Matua Bright says, I wish Chris followed up with, are you done? I would have lost it. And Sam says, Chris Rock should have followed it up by saying, that's not how he rehearsed it. Okay, so there were a couple people saying that this thing was fake. And we're going to check a couple comments in a second, and then we're going to talk about why this was probably staged. Okay, for this one, we're going to check the comments on the clip from CNN, right? So, Jotaro Kujo says, if it wasn't for this incident, I wouldn't have even known the Oscars was going on. Absolutely, I have to agree. Scott Young says, everybody will forget a bad joke, nobody will forget a bad attitude. Arsenio Hall, which is a quote. Esther Z, I think that's how you say it, says, I feel for those people who put in hard work and got overshadowed by this. What a shame. That's a real mature thought over there. Money Guy says, imagine Chris coming back with, if he gets so angry in March, imagine how angry he gets in August, lol. Okay, that is a reference to Jada Pinkett Smith admitting that she had an entanglement, i.e. an affair while she and Will were separated or something a couple years back with August Alsina. So that's a reference to that. And that would have started a brawl, I think. Yeah, so Ripplehead said, if he acted like that live on television, just imagine what he's like in private. Jay Moran says, Will's all like, only my wife's bodyguard can, only my wife's boyfriend can make these jokes. Ricardo. You'll understand if you're a PewDiePie fan. I think like the majority of YouTubers are PewDiePie fans or just really know the whole Ricardo thing. Yeah, anyway. Charlie St. Nicholas says, okay, you see, I've seen this like the whole time. A bunch of people saying the same comment, and I think some of these people are bots as well. Matt Raffles says, the fact that he couldn't let it slide is sad. Chris is a comic, that's what he does. They're all comedians, so that's why this doesn't make sense. But Bully, I think that's how you say that, or Bill, says Will Smith really took everybody hates Chris to heart. Oh, damn. Okay, I need to stop with these comments now. So as you can see, people don't really care about the Oscars, Tony's, whatever the hell the award ceremony was. I think it was the Oscars they mentioned. Yeah. And yeah. So I'm gonna be honest with you here. I think the whole thing was staged, and I think that it's such a fun moment for everyone in the comments to make these remarks about their marriage and about how immature Will Smith is being and all that kind of stuff. And those are some of the specific reasons why I think that this was so staged. First of all, Will Smith really presents himself as like a man of class, and Chris Rock like straight up presents himself as a comedian. And if you've watched the footage, a lot of people are saying that Chris Rock flinched before he hit, like a split second before, so it looks like it was rehearsed. Also, lots of people are saying that Will Smith was laughing during the joke, which I have seen. I also did not think that his facial expressions made sense because he did not look angry enough to go up and slap the hell out of someone. And I think it was staged. So I just have one question for Chris Rock and for Will Smith. How much did they pay y'all to drop your integrity like that? How much did they pay you? Because the only reason that I could think that in this space where everything is so scripted, everything is so thought out, and everything is so put together, nothing is left up to chance with these award ceremonies. They must have paid y'all a couple million each, the person to receive the hit and the person to give the hit, because they wanted that attention on the ceremony. Maybe I'm just a conspiracy theorist or anything, but it really looks to me as if this whole thing was staged. And so it's meant to look like Will was defending Jada's honor, Jada, whatever. Yeah, so it's meant to look like he was defending her honor, but like she was not humiliated in a sense. G.I. Jane was like a brilliant movie, and it was phenomenal that Demi Moore, I almost said Demi Lovato, oh, that's another story. But Demi Moore was an incredible actress in that movie, and she did so well. And her character is extremely powerful, and the only thing that the two of them would have in common is that their heads were shaved, and so it's not really an insult. So there was no honor to defend. So they must have paid y'all some big buckets, okay? I gotta say. And I would love to know how much you got paid for that. Because, I mean, two men especially, and men of color in the entertainment industry, going at it sets the wrong precedent for everyone. Especially considering that during colonization, people of color were presented as uncivilized. And so there are people in racist circles that look at these situations and say, you see, there they are, the uncivilized people of color. They definitely need us to keep them in chains, to keep them behaving like civilized individuals. So y'all drop the bar right there, especially you, Will Smith, who everyone has respected for a very long time, except for when you went on Red Table Talk. And you dropped the bar there, and like seriously, I don't think that this was worth any amount of money. And the respect of young men and young men of color in the industry that are potentially negatively affected by your actions, either you weren't thinking or you got paid a hell of a lot of money. But anyway, those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments. I need to stop doing that. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well if you enjoyed this video. And stay tuned for your scripture of the day.
Your scripture of the day comes from Ecclesiastes 9 verse 10, which says, "Whatever you do, do well, for when you go to the grave, there will be no work or planning or knowledge or wisdom."
Okie dokie, I guess that's it from me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed thinking and talking about this topic. It's really sad if it was staged, but we'll never know. They're never gonna tell us if there's an extra couple of zeros after a certain number in their bank account after staging that stunt. But hey, at least I think it was staged. What do you think? So yeah, and I hope you have a good evening further. Cheers.
그대 잠깐 눈을 붙일 때 나는 마음에 물을 붙여요 비밀의 나만의 초콜릿 그대 차가운 몸을 녹일 때